Let's just talk about some of the other things that have gotten you guys into the headlines. This sort of surge pricing ordeal that happened during the Sydney terror attacks. You guys, there was a lot of bad press about that. Do you guys have a sort of model in place for future situations of that kind of nature, natural disasters? I mean, the situation on the east coast of America at the moment with the blizzards. I mean, how are Uber approaching their sort of their pricing model at the moment?
So I think the thing that people need to understand about Surge is that it's a dynamic pricing algorithm. You know, I'm not the one to comment on the instances in Sydney, but you know, I understand that you know, when the demand picks up, the pricing model will immediately start to increase the price in such a way to, number one, bring more vehicles onto the road and get more people to come in and work in those potentially dangerous environments. You know, that's one of the key factors here. And then you know, create a reliable ride for someone who needs to get out of it, even if it's at a slightly higher price point. My understanding though is that on the back end of that, they then went and you know, didn't charge the customers for the higher price in the emergency. But yeah.
I just want to read out just some of your brand values that are noticed in that press release. Uber is a technology company connecting riders with drivers through a smartphone app. Uber is not a taxi, nor is it a taxi or transportation company. Uber is not a franchise and is not franchised in any city or country. Uber does not employ any drivers nor own any vehicles. It is a technology company. Just to remind those people out there who aren't entirely sure where you fit into the market, this really is new ground.
I mean, but you're spot on, right? If you look at the rate at which the business has grown, we were the 41st city to launch Uber when we launched Uber in Cape Town in October 2013. And now we're in over 260 cities around the world. The way that model works is focusing on delivering the best possible technology and innovating on that technology, and then rolling that technology out in the different markets. And you know, what's good here is that in terms of the technology, you know, we leave a lot of profit, you know, essentially on the table for the partner drivers to come and take part and operate in, rather than try and own our own vehicles, etc. in the market.
So is Uber here to stay, particularly in Cape Town? And do you think that your sort of so-called opposition at the moment might, a year down the line, be Uber drivers?
Yes and yes.
It just makes so much sense.
I mean, yes and yes. We already, so Uber is absolutely here to stay, to continue to offer the safe, you know, we want to keep Cape Town moving, and we'll definitely stick around and make sure that we can do that. In terms of the drivers on the system, a lot of our existing operators are already coming from, you know, or formerly from the meter taxi industry, and we'll continue to see that growth going forward.